What's up with it, everybody? It's Stalley, Boston. Shout out, Star Power Entertainment holding it down. MMG, BCG as usual.
This is Star Power Entertainment. You know what time it is. We got Stalley in the building. We here live, Lace, Boston. How you doing, Stalley?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. You got a show tonight. You excited about that?
Yes, I am. House of Blues. We about to tear down me and Lupe Fiasco. We on the Tetsu and the Youth Preview Tour. So, Boston, be there. If you're not there, if you're missing out on something nice.
Tell me about it. Where did the name Stalley come from?
It originated from just a nickname that friends and family used to call me Stallion. You know, when I was growing up as a kid playing basketball, and then black people, it always turns into something funky. So we here, Stalley.
You play ball? Were you a point guard, shooting guard?
I played the one and the two.
Okay. So they grew up calling you Stalley. You know, I was listening to Honest Cowboy, right? And I know that your father used to wear a cowboy hat. Now, does that have any reference to where the title of the project came from?
Well, my father was like a real live, cowboy in the sense that he was in Ohio, moved down to Texas, worked on a lot of ranches and farms, just trying to get by, through life and figure out life at the same time. I feel like as an artist and hip hop artist, we kind of align ourselves with the cowboy motto, like we always out on the frontier, trying to find something new, something different to bring back home, you know what I mean, and provide for our family. So that's where really it came from.
Now, is it a coincidence that they call you Stalley, like a stallion, and then you have Honest Cowboy, and your father wore a cowboy hat? Was that a coincidence, or it just kind of meant like that?
I guess I like cowboys a little bit or something, you know what I mean? But it is a coincidence, and it's, that's how the world works. That's how God works, you know what I mean? Everything makes sense after a while.
So tell me how you got signed. We all know, y'all made back music, but how did it go down? Because you did the competition, you were the feature MC, and then Rick Ross signed you. How did he reach out to you and make that happen?
Well, I never did any competition, but I just was out here hustling, grinding, making music, just putting on for myself, really, through the social networks, through the hip-hop sites and the blogs that have been supporting me. Shout out everybody who's always supported me from day one. And I did a record with Currency. It was called Address. It got on MTV Jams, and Ross seen that video. And then from there on, he just kind of followed my career and what I was doing. And then one day he called me out the blue, just hit my phone and was like, "Yo, I need you to be a part of this movement because you're a star, and I want to help you become, a superstar." And he just gave me that platform, and we here now.
So he just called your cell phone just like that?
Definitely just like that. Like literally just like that.
Did you believe it was Rick Ross?
Yeah, because his voice, you know what I mean? So he got one distinctive voice, so it was cool.
Cool. So what has been the most influential thing Ross has told you as being an artist and even as a man in terms of progression?
Just not worrying about what's going on, what's said about you, or what people are trying to do to stop you, because nothing can stop what God has for you. You know what I mean? Nothing or no one. So that's really the best advice that I've gotten from him. As far as just carrying on as an artist or as just a man in my day-to-day life. So.
When it's all said and done, when people are starting to hear your music and you have your grassroots fans, what do you want people to leave knowing about Stalley?
That I'm the greatest rapper ever. But in all honesty, what I want people to get from my music when they hear me is that I want them to get that familiarity with not only me but with themselves. I like my music to help people. Better themselves or see something different in their life, or whether it's good or bad, for change, constant growth. I just want people to really relate and see that, the struggles are the same throughout the day. And, my music is there to relate and to help and to heal and to soothe or whatever it is.
That I have to bring this back up because it makes me think of the Blue Collar Gang. What does that mean to you?
Blue Collar Gang is everything. That's my movement. Me being from a blue collar city state, Massillon, Ohio. And Boston can relate too. It's one of those places where there's a lot of talented people, and you may get overlooked by the bigger cities, like the Chicagos and the LAs and the New Yorks or wherever. But at the end of the day, it's cities like Boston and Massillon or Cleveland or Detroit or, just those middle cities that really make America run and work. And I think that we get overlooked. So the Blue Collar Gang is like my movement, and it's not to stay a blue collar person, but just to have that work ethic and that energy behind whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? So that's it.
Because hip hop's like a flashy culture, do you ever think it might be harder to have that type of mentality in the game, or has it helped you propel your career?
I mean, my careers, I've been blessed, you know what I mean, to be moving at the rapid pace that I'm moving. Um, could it move a little faster if I did some of the things that normal rappers do? I guess maybe, but I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just I only know how to do what I do, stay true to myself. I love what I do, and I love the music I make, and it's shown, and my fans appreciate it, and that's all that matters.
That's all that ever matters is the fans. Thank you for taking the time out to speak to us. Really appreciate that. Can't wait to see you tear it up at the House of Blues. We'll definitely be in there. This was Star Power ENT, and we're out of here.